Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. You guys requested a lip and blush combo video, so I have collected 6 of my favorite combos ranging from uber natural and simple to something a little bit more elevated and vibrant. So if you guys want to see what my top lip and cheek combos are, then just keep on watching. Okay, I hope by the last combo my face is not overly blushed out. But I'm gonna try and start from like the most natural blush lip combo and then finish off with like the most impacting blush lip combo. So hopefully that works out because I'm gonna do this all in one go because I don't have more than one day to film this. So let's start off with a very light wash of blush and lip. I think everybody's obsessed with creams at the moment, whether it's a liquid blush, a cream to powder blush, what everyone's go-to is, and I absolutely adore that. But still, you can't beat a good powder blush. So I'm gonna take the Pearl Beauty Core Essentials palette, and I'm gonna do a little mix of these 3 colors here, keeping it mostly on Put Together, which is a medium rose, and then a little wash of Easygoing, which is the peach, and then the cool pink is Girl Next Door. Really tap it off, and I'm gonna start putting this at the higher points of my cheek just to brighten my complexion, but I'm not really saturating my skin because this is not the heavy look. If you're not really into blush necessarily, then you'll probably prefer this because you can be in control a little bit more. Also, a really spread out fluffy brush is gonna disperse the product a little bit more softly, more airbrushed, and just look a little bit more gentle on the skin. So I'm gonna keep it super light-handed. This is hard for me because I love blush, but I think if I kind of stop there, it's very subtle. It's just a hint of blush, if you will. Maybe I'll move a little bit closer for you guys. And you can see it just brings a little life to the face, a little tint of color, but it's not in your face, especially if it's something you're not really wanting. Really a makeup user, it's foolproof. Like you can't really mess it up. Where sometimes with creams or liquids, depending on the pigment capacity of that product, it can be overwhelming quite quickly. So you're really in control whenever you use a powder. When it comes to lips, I have 2 products I can play around with. I, again, love a lip liner, but I'm gonna try and refrain just for this look because I want it to be the most natural. So I have either a really pretty soft gloss with a really simple champagne sparkle in it, or a lip mask. I feel like this look is calling for a lip mask. So I'm gonna take this NARS one, I think it's the Afterglow Balm. I love this one, it's so good. It also gives a really subtle tint, like glowy tint, but again, it's not gonna be like in your face lip color or finish. Okay, this is as simple as it will get, especially for me, a really simple lip balm or gloss and a very subtle wash of color on the cheeks. So if you are a no makeup girly, this is gonna be your combo. Now, if you're a little bit more of an experienced makeup user or you're feeling comfortable with that really minimal look that we just did and you wanna amp it up a next level, this look is gonna be for you. So I'm gonna take Pearl Beauty Put Together Multi-Purpose Stick. This is the best selling shade ever. It is just that easy, very comfortable medium rose shade. I'm gonna take it on a brush, but you can use your fingers if you want or just wipe it onto your cheeks. But because we have some other combos to still do, I wanna be in control. So I'm gonna put it on the top parts of my cheek and blend in a circular motion so that I'm really covering the area that I want, making sure to go right up into my temples, and then with whatever's left on the product, or the brush, sorry, I'm putting it on the apples of my cheek. And you can see already it's given us a little bit more saturation compared to, I tried to take off a little bit here, but you can see some of the blush left over. It's gonna give a little bit more color, a little bit more glow, if you will, because now we're working with a cream formula rather than a powder. It's still in that very natural territory, so something that isn't alarming or scary, again, if you're not a super big blush person, and it's a very complementary color. It's a very safe, but very beautiful color. Now for lips, I wanted to do a really pretty nude color. So I'm gonna take this one from Fashion Fair. I did get it in Sephora when I was in the States. So hopefully I can link it below, but it's just a really beautiful color. What is the shade? It's called Nuditude. I'm gonna do a quick wash of this. It's such a pretty combo. I think it's really soft and delicate, but I need a little bit of a lip liner. I just feel like my lips feel not finished, if you will. So I'm gonna take Kiss Kiss liner, and this shade in particular is a Your Lip but better color. So it's gonna add definition, a little bit more of a finished lip look. I'm really softening the edges on my top lip because mine would be a little bit fuller in the center and then it would drop at the sides. So I'm softly rounding the sides with this. And this color in particular is perfect for that because it is so similar to my lip color that you would never know that it is a little overdrawn. It's all in the color that you use when it comes to liner to make it look undetectable for a poutier smile. Now for me, this is a little bit more of a typical everyday lip blush combo. We're still in those rose, very complementary tones, but it's a little bit more elevated, a little bit more makeup-y, if you will, and I love it. This is what I would recommend if you're used to wearing makeup but you want to elevate your lip and blush combo but still be in those really complementary tones. Okay, I feel like we're now ready to enter a little bit more depth and tone change. So we've really played with those really, simple rose tone colors that we all know and love. So now let's go a little bit more spicy, if you will. So I'm going to take the shade Summer Spice, which is a terracotta tone, which means it's going to have a little bit more of a reddy orange undertone, which is veering away from that rose, which has a little bit more of a neutral undertone. So I'm actually going to take it on a different style brush. It's not as dense. This has a little bit more movement in it. So anything similar to this is perfect. It's just going to give me a softer finish. So if you're starting off with this, you might like something like this. So then you're a little bit more in control. And I'll come up nice and close for you so you can see the tonal change. This is also going to give me a really pretty, like I've been in the sun all day, a little bit of a burnt blush kind of color. And also because it has a little bit more of a orangey brown in it, that's going to act as a little bit of a bronzer. So if you've been seeing that blonzer trend, which is blush and bronzer mixed, this color is it. So if you want an all-in-one and you don't want to think of multiple products on your face, you're gonna really enjoy this shade. Now with this shade in particular, I love going a little bit over my nose just to like accentuate that sun-kissed look, a little bit on my forehead, and of course on my eyes. Now I want to have a little bit more of a dramatic lip. Even though this shade has a little bit more of richness to it, I mean, you can go one of two ways. You can go super natural and pared back, although I would stick to a brown tone liner, whether it's light or dark, just for tones. I think that will look a little bit more complementary. So I'm actually gonna take this one from Vive Cosmetics. It's in the shade Bark, and it's a good medium tone brown. So I'm gonna quickly line my lips. I'm also gonna do a little trick here just to show you how to get a poutier smile. I'm gonna go down the center of my bottom lip, and this is just gonna juice it out a little bit, and then at the sides on my top lip, and it's kind of called like lip contouring, if you will. I'm gonna soften it all out, mostly those lines that we've just put on. See the lip coming together? Now you can add a lipstick if you want, but I think this look is calling for a really fun gloss. I really like these ones from Fenty. They're the Gloss Balm Oils, and this is in the shade Rose Amber 03. It's a very unique shade. It's almost like a mauve with a brownie bronze fleck within it, so it's gonna really reflect different in the sun. We're gonna do a coat of this. Okay, so now we're getting into a little bit more of a fun kind of pop out territory, but still, in my opinion, very wearable. I think the blush gives that sun-kissed effect. The lip is a little bit more standout just because we've used a darker liner. If you want something a little bit more pared back, just use something that you're a little bit more comfortable with. But I love this. This shade of blush is my go-to in summer, especially because if you've been outside, your skin normally has a little bit more of a red tan undertone, so this really complements it. Again, like I mentioned, it's a 2-in-1 product of like a bronzer blush shade. So this is very much a warmer tone, summery blush lip combo. Okay, the next two are a little bit of a mix-up, like you can do them individually, but I'm gonna start with one and I'm gonna show you how to glow it up, if you will. So we're now gonna move away from neutral and warm tones, and we're gonna go the opposite. We're gonna go right into those cool light tones. So I'm gonna take these two shades from Huda Beauty. They are called their They're called their blush filters. So it's like a creamy liquid blush, if you will. And I have their newest shade, which is Oob Cream, and then Cotton Candy. You don't need a lot with these ones. So now we're getting into a little bit more experimental style blush, if you will. So I would say less is more when it comes to these ones. It doesn't look like a lot, but they're pigmented. Again, I'm gonna use this side of the brush just because it's a little softer and I feel a little bit more in control. So I'm gonna mix these shades together. And we're gonna get a very bright, cool tone, corally kind of color. So I'm gonna pop my brush into it. I really want this at the high points of my cheek. So I'm just gonna stipple it on so I feel in control of where this is going. And you can already see the tonal change from what we have been using. Mind you, I've just done 3 blush combos for you. So there's naturally gonna be a slight undertone, but for the most part, you're gonna get exactly that cool, bright finish that we want. You can go a little closer to under your eye with bright colors just because it's quite complimentary to go under your eyes. It actually brightens it. Some people would put this on right under their eyes even before applying like foundation or a tinted moisturizer because it will really brighten that under eye. It's a really pretty combo for springtime. It's fresh, it's brightening, and it's fun. I'm gonna add a little bit more of Cotton Candy to the mix. It's always good to start a little bit more light-handed because then you can see where you want to add more. Because of my skin tone being a little bit more light neutral, I'm gonna stick to Cotton Candy, where if you had a little bit more of an olive undertone or more of a tan than I do, you can go into Oob Cream, and I think it would really pop more on your skin tone. Okay, really fun, really youthful. I'm gonna keep that trend also on my lips. So I'm gonna take the shade Blossom, which is a cool tone lip shade, and do a quick coat of that. You can see the tones are quite complementary already. Like I've mentioned before, I just need lip liner. It's just a part of my go-to whenever I do a lip combo. I need a lip liner. So I have 2 different ones that I go to whenever it's a cool tone kind of moment. I really love this one from Makeup Forever. It's in Endless Cacao, really popular shade. It's just a cult favorite at this point. I also do love MAC Stone, another cult favorite, another, you know, if you're a makeup artist, you have that shade. Maybe I'll do Stone. You know what? I always wear Endless Cacao, so I might do Stone. Why not? So I'm gonna do a very soft outline. It's almost gonna be like a shadow, and then blend it in. These shades are so important if you wanna really give a fuller effect to your lip because it acts as a shadow because of the tone. It's almost like an illusion. Really love this. I do feel like you have to play up your like outfit in like silver jewelry, if you will, just because I know it's gonna pop it a little bit more. It's gonna look brighter, it's gonna look fresher. I wouldn't wear warm tones with this look because it might just clash, but I think it's really fun, perfect for springtime, or if you just tend to go for cool tones. I think it's really youthful and something different if you wanna try something different. Now, like I mentioned before this combo, we're gonna layer it slightly. So I'm gonna keep most of the cheek on. I'm taking off the lip. We're gonna do a different lip with this combo, but I'm just gonna pat it so we take off some of the intensity. So we still have the brightness of that combo that we just did. Now we're gonna add a little bit more glow, if you will. So this again is another cult favorite. It's the Dior Maximizer, and I have it in the shade, if I can find it, Rosy. So it's literally just that. It's a rosy shade, but it has a good illuminator mixed into it. So I'm gonna do 2 dots, which could be a little crazy. Again with the brush. I'm going to stipple it in, keeping it a little bit higher, and you can see, oh, it really is a gorgeous, gorgeous product. It just adds a really pretty luminosity, but it does have pigment in it. Like it is gonna give you a really petal pink kind of shade. So I think it really layers beautifully with the combo we just did, because on its own, it is a lot more subtle. You almost need to layer it to get a little bit more impact, hence why I kind of looped these in together. If you wanna wear it on its own, perfect. If you want a little bit more of a elevated, glowy, blushy kind of look, but if you want more impact from this, you do need to layer it because it's a little bit more sheared out because of the Luminizer built into it. This is one you really want to blend into your forehead too, because it's going to give you that ethereal glow. It's really gorgeous. Now for lip, because we're getting a little bit blush heavy and glowy, I want to mimic that on my lips. So I'm going to take Refi's lip liner in Fawn. This is a really pretty neutral kind of shade, if you will. So I'm gonna quickly line my lips. A really good shade to overline with. It's not exactly my lip color. I feel like I have a little bit more of rosy tone to it, if you will. So Kiss Kiss is a better match for me. It still is so subtle. It's just a little bit of a different tone. So I like it, especially with the glowiness that's going on. I think it's a really good match. I'm gonna pair this with this L'Oreal Plump Ambition Hyaluron Lip Oil, and I have it in the shade Worth It 601. This is a really pretty like mauve tone, and it's a plumper. So it's gonna have a little bit of that like plumping feel. So this one has similarities to the one we just did, but it's just gonna give a little bit more glow factor. We toned back the coolness and added a little bit more of a rosy petal kind of look to it and added more glow as the highlighter mixed into the blush and obviously the finish of this lip combo. All right, I know that there's still definite saturation from all the blush combos on my cheek, but we're on our last shade and we're actually gonna start with the lip combo first because it is a stain. This is also from Fenty. There's obviously a little bit of a trend here of my favorite go-to combos, but this is the shade Poutsicle and it's really fun. It's a bright color. We kind of have to finish on a high note. So I'm gonna quickly put it on because I'm gonna take it off after we do our cheeks because it's gonna be a little bit more of a stain. This is a really fun, juicy pink. We're gonna let that marinate on our lips for a little bit. And I mean, I think I saved the best for last because this shade is so fun. This is my absolute go-to shade for the summer months. It's like that strawberry girl trend that was what, last year, maybe 2 years ago. I'm obsessed with it. So if you want to try something that's a little bit more impactful and vibrant, but isn't crazy still, you're gonna love this shade. So it's Classic Beauty. Again, same brush, a little bit is all you need. And it's a pink undertone red, and it is so complimentary on every single skin tone, every single skin tone. It is beautiful. It brightens the complexion. It adds so much vibrance and just, oh, honestly, I go for it all the time. And whenever I actually try this on people, they fall in love with it too, because I think this looks scary, but then this doesn't. Again, I'm wearing 5 other blush combos on my cheek at the moment, but it is so beautiful. And I think it's just a color you can never get bored of. I feel like pinky reds are actually the blush that people always used to wear. I think when applied correctly and softly, it gives like an airbrushed, really feminine finish. Like this is so good, especially with your hair tied back. It is the moment. Okay, so I'm gonna take off this lip now. So, I mean, I've probably leave it on a little bit longer, but time is not our friend right now. I'm gonna pat it off so most of the color has stayed on. If you want an impacting lip combo, you don't have a lot of time to touch up your lips throughout the day, get this lip stain. It's very hydrating, but the color stays in place. Now, call me crazy, we're gonna go for a nice rich brown to kind of outline because I really wanna have a little bit more of an impact, and I think this is what makes a bright lip a little bit more modern. So I'm taking Rendezvous. I'm gonna outline my lips. This combo is so good, and also what I have to wear to go drop my kids off at Easter camp, so I'm committing to it. Like I mentioned, I feel like it's such a fun yet really feminine finish, so I'm glad I finished on this note. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments below which combo is your favorite, or which combo you want to try, or what product caught your eye. I would love to know. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.